Americans are too honest and the British are too polite. I know this comment is in good faith. Of course, I'll just say what is considered polite is cultural. So, like from an American perspective, right, we see Germans as very direct and then Brits as less so. This is such a phenomenon that there's the Anglo-Dutch translation guide, which I was only recently introduced to via the culture map, which we were reading in my book club. And I found reading it very funny, especially as an American with German heritage who currently lives in the UK. The translation guide says that when the British say, according to this, when the Brits say, with all due respect, what they are saying is, I think you are wrong. But the Dutch understand, oh, he's listening to me. And when the Brits say, perhaps you would think about, or I would suggest, they're thinking this is an order. Do it or be prepared to justify yourself. While the Dutch say, this is not very important. I was a bit disappointed by that. To a Brit might mean very upset and angry about it, but the Dutch here, it doesn't really matter. Could you consider some other options? To a Brit means your idea is not a good one, but to a Dutch person might mean he has not yet decided. Please think some more about that. It means to the Brits it's a bad idea, but to the Dutch means he hasn't decided yet. He needs to think about it. I'm sure it's my fault. To a Brit might mean it's not my fault. And to the Dutch means it is his fault. That is an original point of view. To a Brit means your idea is stupid. And to a Dutch means he likes my idea. I have not been to the Netherlands. I know they're not Germany for anybody in the comments who wants to get snarky, but I found this entertaining, especially as someone who's neurodivergent. And for all the talk about Americans being low context and direct, these translations could be helpful in corporate. This corporate is different than the day-to-day conversations, and I talk on here about the difference between social classes, and I'm sure this also differs between groups in Europe and other parts of the world as well, and I would love to do research, be able to tell you about those class differences abroad if they do exist. So if you're a researcher in any of these countries, feel free to reach out. Maybe we can collaborate.